Do you remember the story of Jack and the Beanstalk? A simple tale about a boy, a beanstalk, and a giant. But what if I told you the real story is much grander, more terrifying, and packed with epic battles? Today, we're climbing the beanstalk into the world of Jack the Giant Slayer, a film that takes a classic fairy tale and cranks the action up to 11. Our story begins not with a simple boy, but with two parallel worlds. Long ago, giants roamed the earth, a fearsome race that terrorized humanity. Brave monks, using dark magic, forged a crown that could control these colossal beings. With the giants subdued, King Eric the Great banished them to a kingdom in the sky, a place called Gantua, cutting off all connection to the world below. The crown and the last of the magic beans were buried with the king, becoming the stuff of legend. Fast forward centuries, and we meet Jack, a young farmhand. He's not a hero, just a regular guy trying to make his way in the world. He dreams of adventure, but is stuck with farm chores. On a trip to the capital city of Cloyster, his life takes an unexpected turn. He defends the honor of a spirited young woman who, unbeknownst to him, is Princess Isabelle. Isabelle, much like Jack, feels trapped. She craves the freedom to explore the world beyond the castle walls, inspired by the same legends of King Eric and the giants. Their chance meeting is cut short, but fate has more in store. A desperate monk, trying to flee the kingdom, entrusts Jack with a small bag of beans, warning him never to let them get wet. Jack, thinking they're just ordinary beans, heads home. Meanwhile, Princess Isabelle, defying her father's orders and escaping an arranged marriage to the king's treacherous advisor, Roderick, runs away from the palace. A raging storm breaks out, and where does she seek shelter? You guessed it, Jack's humble farmhouse. As the rain pours, one of the beans accidentally falls through the floorboards. In an instant, a colossal, twisting beanstalk erupts from the ground, carrying the entire house, with Princess Isabelle inside, soaring into the sky. Jack, thrown to the ground, can only watch in horror as the princess disappears into the clouds. The king is alerted immediately. A rescue mission is assembled, led by the noble knight Elmont. Jack, feeling responsible, volunteers to join the perilous climb, but they're not alone. The scheming Roderick and his henchmen also join the party, with a secret agenda. You see, Roderick knows the legends are true, and he has the magical crown, which he stole from the king's tomb. His plan isn't to rescue the princess, but to use her as a pawn to seize control of the giants and, through them, the kingdom. The ascent is brutal. The beanstalk is a treacherous, vertical landscape. Some knights fall to their deaths, but the determined group, including Jack and Elmont, finally reaches the top. They step out into Gantua, a breathtaking and terrifying new world. This is the Giants' Kingdom, a land of massive landscapes and even more massive inhabitants. They soon find the princess, but she's been captured by the giants. And these aren't the clumsy oafs from the storybooks. They are savage, flesh-eating brutes led by a two-headed general named Fallon. They've been waiting for centuries for a way back down to Earth to reclaim their lost lands and feast on humankind. Isabelle is their ticket down the beanstalk. Just as the giants are about to make Isabelle their dinner, Roderick reveals his true colors. He dons the magical crown and, to the astonishment of everyone, brings the giants to their knees. He declares himself their new king and announces his plan to lead them down the beanstalk to conquer Cloyster. He doesn't care about the princess. He only wants power, but Jack and Elmont won't give up. They manage to rescue Isabelle in the chaos. A thrilling chase ensues across the giant's domain. Jack, using his wits and courage, proves to be more than just a farm boy. He outsmarts the giants at every turn, using his knowledge of the terrain and his quick thinking to stay one step ahead. Elmont, the seasoned warrior, fights with incredible skill, but even he is no match for an entire army of giants. In a pivotal moment, Elmont is captured, and Roderick prepares his giant army for their invasion. But Jack, our unlikely hero, has a plan. He sneaks into the giant's fortress, a place of nightmares, to rescue Elmont. They manage to kill the giant cook who was preparing to make a night pie and escape. Their next move is critical. They must cut down the beanstalk to prevent the invasion. As they race back to the beanstalk, Roderick's army is already beginning its descent. The giants are on the move. Down below, the king, realizing the danger, gives the order to chop down the beanstalk. It's a race against time. The knights on the ground hack away at the massive stalk, while Jack and Isabel rappel down its side with giants in hot pursuit. They make it down just in the nick of time. The colossal beanstalk groans, splinters, and comes crashing down, taking Roderick and most of the descending giants with it. The kingdom is saved ... or so they think. Remember that little bag of beans? When Roderick fell, the bag fell with him, and General Fallon, the cunning-headed leader of the giants, finds it. He now has a way to get his army down to earth. While the kingdom celebrates its victory, Fallon and his most fearsome giants use the remaining beans to grow more beanstalks, launching a full-scale surprise attack on the castle. The final battle is an epic siege. The castle gates are breached, and the giants pour into the city, causing chaos and destruction. The royal army is overwhelmed. All hope seems lost. But Jack remembers a crucial detail from the legend. King Eric didn't just bury the crown. He was buried with it. Roderick had stolen a replica. The real crown is still in the king's tomb, right there in the castle. While Elmont and the soldiers hold the line, Jack races to the tomb. He finds the real crown just as General Fallon corners the king and Isabel. In a moment of pure courage, Jack leaps from the shadows, lands on Fallon's shoulder, and shoves the real crown onto one of his heads. Instantly, the mighty general and all the other giants bow before their new master, Jack. Jack orders the giants to return to their kingdom. With the world saved for good this time, Jack is hailed as a true hero. He marries Princess Isabel, becoming a prince, and they rule the kingdom together, their story becoming a new legend. The crown is passed down through generations, eventually being reworked and stored safely in the Tower of London. The film ends with a shot of the modern world, reminding us that the line between myth and reality is thinner than we think. Jack the Giant Slayer is a fantastic adventure that shows us that you do and need to be born a hero to become one. All it takes is a little bit of courage, a lot of heart, and maybe, just maybe, a few magic beans. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into the world of giants, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure. See you in the next video.